All right, pregame thoughts, Padres and the Cincinnati Reds. The Padres trying to snap their 5-game losing streak, and they're going to be facing a familiar guy. That is Nick Martinez, and Yu Darvish is returning. So there's plenty to talk about here today on pregame thoughts. Nick Martinez, for anyone that is wondering, he is starting and relieving with the Cincinnati Reds. I thought he signed with the Reds to only start, but he's been doing a little bit of both. And looking at his game logs, it looks like he's had some outings where it's been good, like 3-inning outing, no runs, 4 innings, 1 run. But then there's been some times where he's gone 6 innings and he's given up 5 runs, like his last outing, April 25th, against a team the Padres just got swept by, the Philadelphia Phillies. So while the lineup is not doing great right now, the Padres can still score runs off of Nick Martinez. And for Padres fans that watched a lot of Nick Martinez when he was here with us these last couple of years, we know that he has a nasty changeup. So I think that it don't chase those pitches outside the strike zone. I mean, it's much easier said than done, but don't chase those pitches out of the zone. Um, Sometimes I believe he goes early with the fastball to try to get a hit, so maybe look for that. But he could pitch backwards and really try to change it up on this Padres team. He knows Padres players well, so I'm really interested in seeing how he's going to attack guys like Nando and Manny. How is that going to go tonight? By the way, I have Manny on my underdog pick. Some might not agree, but I have half a hit higher. I do like this with the changeup. Because Nick, with that changeup, it would be going, I believe, towards the right-handed batters. So there's just something about that I do like with Manny for tonight. And then I have Darvish, lower half first inning runs allowed. He makes his return today. No rehab starts there. It was just neck tightness. And hopefully there's not going to be any arm injuries later this year, because we know that Darvish is going to have to be healthy, at least I think, for the Padres to go where they want to go. The pitching staff as a whole needs to be better than they have been recently, obviously, Musgrove included. Darvish, we'll see what he can give today. King included with the home runs, right? Dylan Cease, I'm not worried about, but he's obviously a big part of this rotation as well. So the pitching just overall has to be better. Tom Cosgrove, he was optioned today, which it's not surprising. I think last year it would have been surprising if something like this happened, because Cosgrove was, I believe, one of the few lefties that they had. Definitely going into the offseason, he was one of the few lefties in this bullpen. But there's Yuki Matsui, there's Wandy Peralta. I know he has struggled a little bit recently, but there's still some lefties in that pen that they can go to. Morahone, some guys that they can go to over Tom Cosgrove, who has not been super dominant this year. So it makes sense. There's options left. So Cosgrove, go down there, pitch well. Now, it's El Paso, so it might be a little bit difficult, but we'll see what he can do once he's back, because I'm confident he'll be back up at the big league level at some point. Injuries happened, and Cosgrove, he's a talented guy. And I mean, at times, I've said I'd like to see Cosgrove. I think at the beginning of the year, I was like, Cosgrove, I'll trust him right out of the gate in high leverage spots, and it just hasn't been great for Cosgrove this year. So, again, hopefully he'll be back and he'll be better consistently for this Padres team. Padres lineup is out, and today it will be Profar leading off again. Tatis, Cronenworth, Machado is DHing after playing third the last couple days. Bogarts at second. Merrill is in center, batting sixth, and then 7, 8, 9 is Campy, Kim, and Wade, which is a better bottom of the order than it was last night. Remember last night, it kind of looked like a spring training game, and I think Schilt realized that the bottom of the order wasn't that great. I mean, he had, I think, 3 pinch hitting situations there. Set up 3 pinch hitters late in this game because they needed runs. You know, Merrill ends up pinch hitting and Campy ends up pinch hitting. They needed runs. And so hopefully, obviously, they don't get down in this game. And when you have a 5-game losing streak and then you're facing a former Padre, I don't really like the sound of that. You know, I'm not super confident going into tonight's game, but maybe that's just me as a Padres fan, knowing that we're facing a former Padre who knows these Padres hitters, and this lineup isn't doing that great as of late. And Darvish, don't know what to expect. It's neck, it wasn't arms, so I guess that's encouraging, but you just don't know how long he's going to go. Just, it feels like and it's not that it just feels like, but it's a fact. The Padres have gotten down early in games a lot recently here, and that has contributed to their losing streak. So don't get down early, flip that, and you take the lead early, and hopefully the Padres can be in pretty good shape. I'd like to see Robert Suarez get in tonight's game. I put the bullpen usage chart out moments ago, and Suarez, he has not pitched, I believe, since the 24th. I do last 5 days on there, and it's blank because there hasn't been the closing situations when you've lost 5 games in a row, right? So hopefully he can pitch really regardless of the situation. I don't think that he should just be sitting there for a week, almost a week, and not pitch. Like, let's get this guy in there, and hopefully it's in a safe situation. Hopefully Matsui pitches as well. He's had 4 days. Get these guys in games in high leverage spots, hopefully with the lead, and the Padres can finally break this freaking 5-game losing streak that is having city of San Diego panicking right now.